What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be sitting down with the six-time Elite Champion, Cold War Challengers Final Champion, six-time Cup Champion, two-time EWC representative. He played for Optic Texas as well as the Las Vegas Legion. He's been competing since MW 2019, and since then he's just been rising the ranks of Call of Duty. And it's been fun to watch his journey. We're sitting down with Prolute today, and I couldn't be more excited. All right, well, Prolute, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Just grinding. Just waiting for the next cup this weekend.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. It's a little bit into the season, and I was just curious with from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7. What kind of changes are you bringing to your personal game this year?
I feel like in Black Ops 6, I feel like I had a really good year. Um, I definitely I feel like the only thing I was missing was just like closing out the tournaments. I feel like I was so close to winning so many tournaments. In Black Ops 6, I feel like this year I just focused on like burying my game like out of like the game. Honestly, like just working on like being more active like outside of the game, just walking or like going doing exercise, just stuff like that.
Yeah, and just with closing tournaments in general, do you feel like it was more of like a mindset thing or a mechanical thing at that point?
I mean, for me, I feel like it must have been a mindset thing. I feel like I mean, for most of the Sundays, I feel like to close out the tournaments, I played well, except for the champs finals. I feel like I didn't play that well. I feel like it's a mindset thing. I feel like we just got out prepared by the other team in champs finals.
That's fair. And it's something to even kind of think about with you as a player. You've been in and out of the league, playing for Optic, Vegas. Um, what kind of things do you think is the biggest takeaway that people might not know about? You know, playing inside of the league, coming back down to challengers, and then you take those processes into challengers. What kind of stuff do you think you learned from that?
I just learned like number one, the number one thing I learned is to be professional, like show up on time, give good effort. I feel like the second thing is to like take it life by life, like in game. I feel like before, like whenever I went to land, like I would just like think it's like so fast, like the game would play so much faster than it actually is. I feel like if you just slow the game down and play to your own pace, like you can control the game and you end up winning the game for your team. You just look at it like
Uh,
that.
it's funny too because when you talk about a lot of players who go from challengers into the league, they often say that it gets faster. Like you have to learn the pacing and get a little bit quicker in your play style. So, like, is that something that you think is a real thing that you have to do, or is that something that you yourself are realizing that like no, that's not necessarily the status quo?
I feel like that is true to a certain thing, but I feel like it's just like it like people just realizing more because the like the pro teams they have like good teamwork. Like you'll like be getting stunned like or you're beating 3-2-1 child like so much more than like by challenger kids. I feel like that's like the biggest difference is like the teamwork aspect. Like the professional teams have it down to like have it down to 100%. Like they're always like working together. Like they're on the same page. I feel like in challengers sometimes teams are just like running around like they're not really on the same page, and that's like the biggest difference.
Which makes sense. I mean, like the efficiency aspect of it, like, would be way different um, for just anybody to kind of get down with players who are like grinding, like the CDL teams are grinding. Um, like challenger teams have been a little bit different. I'd say this year in general has been a little bit different with the addition of some new organizations. And I was wondering from your side in particular, what it's been like playing for Bush and how did that really happen?
Um, for me, I feel like it's a blessing for us. Like I feel like it's one of the best organizations to be under right now. Including Omit, like P7, all the orgs that are in challengers, like they're all great orgs. But I feel like with this org, like they have the most eyes since they're brand new, and they bring a lot of people that aren't like familiar with the COD scene or like with competitive gaming. They bring so many eyes to it, and for the way it happened, I feel like I think it was Jace that reached out to like the team, and then we just went talking to Jace, he's the GM for Bush, and we just went from there, just talking to them, and then that's when they, offered us, and then we were like, "We're down."
I mean, as simple as that. It's funny when you're watching it too because I feel like with the Bush guys, there's a level of like comedy that they bring to their watch parties, and it's very entertaining to watch. Just from like talking to these guys, have they given you like a different perspective that you might not have noticed with them being outside of esports and coming into it?
I mean, for me, if I feel like their main focus is content, like they want to pump out content, they want to be like they want to grow like super fast. I feel like they don't really know much about COD, but like they're good with the content side because they do multiple podcasts and they're like big known people like in the I mean at least in the sports scene, like they're known. So I feel like for them, like for me, like talking to them, they're just like really focused on doing content, being professional, and just like trying to grow as like just trying to help each other grow.
Yeah, and which actually goes into like right into one thing that I was curious on your side with is um your thoughts on like the whole argument between streaming POVs during the cups and players turning on their streams in general. What do you think about that?
I think you should definitely be streaming as a challenger player. I mean, I feel like if you just see like what just happened this recent week with Luca, like I mean, even he's new, but I feel like I mean if he didn't have a stream on, I feel like he wouldn't have like gotten the respect that he's getting now. I feel like he's getting gas to the mats, which I mean it's deserved. He played really well, but I feel like it's just very important to stream. Like there's like just like little things like it's like the eye test. Like that people talk about. If you ever talk to like a pro or hear a pro talk, they always bring up the eye test. And like if you're like if your POV looks better than like some of the pros, and like people will instantly want to pick you up.
I feel like a lot of people, like me included, we always hear like the word the eye test and everything. What kind of things do you look at in a player when you are looking at them
Probably the
coming in?
reaction timing, their like their awareness, like if they know where people are coming from, like if they expect people. Number three is like comms. I mean, comms are just such an important thing. Like, and then like if you have good comms, like it'll just make sure that you have good teamwork. So I feel like those are the main three things: like your gun skill, your awareness, and like just your communication.
Yeah, all those things I think we definitely saw on display this weekend with I mean, you're talking about a Luca, but definitely something that just in general that a lot of people always like look at in players. But away from like the kind of the team aspect, I feel like that kind of wraps everything up with that. I'm wondering for the tournaments this year. I mean, we're 2 cups in. We're about to go into cup number 3. Um, how have you been? Like Black Ops 7 has had a lot of eyes on it and a lot of new people coming in, a lot of new talent, new viewership, new everything. It feels like. How have you been feeling about this year's competition?
I've been feeling good about the competition, honestly. I feel like for me, I just need to like lock in and just get better at the game. Like I mean, I feel like this is one of my best games, but I haven't been able to show it in the tournaments. So I just feel like as long as I just keep working every day, by the end of the year, I feel like I'll definitely be on the pro team.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt, man. I've always loved watching you play, um, which is something that I think going into like Overload this year, for example, it's a brand new game mode that I'm sure you're spending a lot of time grinding and trying to figure out. Is this something that you've been enjoying playing? Is it a game mode that you look forward to playing this year?
Yeah, I think it's a breath of fresh air. I feel like control was getting really stale. I feel like the last few years control has not been that good, and I feel like Overload it just adds a brand new aspect. I feel like they just need to tweak like with the overtime rules. I feel like it shouldn't be a round of S&D. I feel like it should be like the actual full round of OT, like how Upton used to be. But besides that, I feel like it's a great third game mode. I feel like I mean, if you've seen some of the CDL matches, I feel like there's been some crazy moments in it already, and that's not even on land yet. So like, imagine on land, it'll be like 10 times better.
Calling it a breath of fresh air is perfect because it genuinely feels like that. Even watching it, I agree. I think that this isn't like the last iteration of Overload that we're going to see, and I imagine that it's just going to keep getting better, which a lot of people keep on saying. But we're headed back to Europe this year for challengers. You yourself have been competing for quite a while now, and you've had your opportunity to go to Europe to play different tournaments. Uh, what kind of advice do you think you would give a younger talent in terms of traveling in those? I wouldn't say like harsh conditions, but like the turnover time is the harsh condition from going North America to Europe. What kind of advice would you give someone for preparing for that?
Honestly, there's like no preparation for it. I feel like whenever you land is like you just like if you land like midday, you can't just instantly go to sleep. I feel like whenever you get there, like I mean, obviously you're still gonna feel a jet lag, but I feel like the first day you land, you need to be like the most like focused on like fixing your schedule. I feel like the first like if you fix it the first day, like the next couple of days it won't be that bad. Like the jet lag won't be as bad. But I feel like that's the number one thing. I haven't went to Europe yet though. The only place I've been to was the EWC, so which is Saudi Arabia. So like I mean that's like 10 hours ahead. So like that's the only time I've experienced that.
I think I just kind of assumed that everybody who's been playing around 2020 got to go to the early European events, but
I didn't. I started playing in MW.
okay, yeah. So it's going to be a first time for you. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that is.
Well, I think that kind of even looking at it though, like for EWC, what was it like traveling for something like that in particular? Because if that's such a new experience from you, that must have been just amazing.
For me, the flights were absurd. Like I've never been on a plane for that long. Like the first time I went in MW3, I had an 18-hour flight to Dubai. Then I had like a 6-hour layover, then another 3-hour flight. So for me, it was like the longest travel day I've ever done. Because for me, I've only flown from like New Jersey to LA or like New Jersey to South America, and it's been like 6 hours at most. So going from 6 hours to 18, I feel like it was really intense for me. Like I just couldn't sleep like the whole time. I don't know how people get to sleep like that much time on the plane.
I can relate to that. That was the first ever time that I've gone across the ocean too. It was long. I actually had to sit in the middle seat, man.
Yeah, the first time I went and like I had just done. I mean, in WB3, I feel like I did really well, like towards the end of the year. So like I mean, I upgraded my seat, like not the first class, like just one of the better seats. So I had a really comfortable seat, and I had no one next to me, but like I still couldn't sleep. I feel like going into hour 13, I was like starting to lose my mind a little bit. I was like, yo, I need to walk around or something. I can't be on this plane for this long.
Just get me off this thing as quick as possible. So, well, you get to go to the UK and Paris this year. Is there anything in like? Do you plan on traveling while you're there? Do you plan on like doing anything while you're there, or is it just like strictly competition? That's all you're focused on.
Usually I am strictly competition, but like I feel like these places are like places like it's a privilege to be able to travel there. So I'm definitely gonna do some exploring for sure.
Uh, for this year in particular, are there any like goals that you're kind of looking towards achieving to like, even if it's like you talked about some personal growth that you're bringing into this year in terms of physical mindset, but what are your uh, personal goals for trying to get back into the CDL or just get to the top of the challengers? Just really anything.
For me, for like the CDL aspect, I feel like I've been trying to get back in the league for years. I'm not sure what else I can do besides play better. Like I've been one of the top performers in challengers. I have one of the best placings, average placings if you looked at that. I think for me, I just need to like just become like a little bit more like slay heavy. I need to get more kills. So for that, that's for the CDL aspect. For outside of the game, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of other things I can do. I want to like focus on getting back into school at least because I feel like I've been waiting for a spot in CDL and it hasn't came yet. So I feel like it's definitely time for me to look at like CCL while I continue to compete. And yeah, that's all to be honest.
Well, it's definitely something that a lot of people have been looking into lately. Not a bad thing at all to be thinking about, but I think that kind of wraps up everything I got to talk about. Is there anything I want to open it up to you now for a lot of people? I mean, uh, you've been competing for a very long time. Is there anything that you kind of want to shed some light on or like kind of talk about going into this year, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like I just appreciate everyone that still supports me to this day. I feel like there's a lot of people that switched up on me, but I mean, I don't really care. I feel like all the day one people that support me and actually like genuinely hope that I do good. I appreciate you guys, and I mean, I just need to get better. I feel like it's we're in week three. We're about to be in the cup three. We ended up playing really bad this weekend in the last cup. I apologize to everyone that supports us and like all of the fans. We're definitely gonna be better going forward. And yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Cup around the corner. Where can people find you and keep up with you?
I'll definitely be streaming this cup. Twitch.tv/Prolute underscore. That I'll definitely be live this weekend.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.